Max, go ahead.
Hey Jake, Max Miller here from the Hockey News. Just what was your initial reaction to the trade? Were you expecting it? Kind of, it surprised me for personally. What was your reaction to it?
Yeah, I think, well, first off, I guess I'd say that the hockey world didn't really expect it because there was a lot of, I saw a bunch of tweets about it. So I don't think anybody really expected it. I'm not sure if the Wings expected it. I didn't expect it, but when I got the call, obviously I was a little bit shocked, just at the whole trade thing. I didn't think that was in the question, but yeah, I mean, after being able to digest it a little bit and telling my family, I thought I was real excited about it. I think I've heard so much about San Jose, and I was just around a bunch of people that live there and have played for San Jose, and I couldn't be more excited right now.
Where were you when you found out? Were you just at home? Obviously, it's the summertime, so guys. We had a player found out they were golfing when they found out they were drafted.
Yeah, I was actually on my way to pick up my buddy, and we were on our way to Vegas because I was doing the NHLPA meetings for Detroit. I was the rep that weekend, and I got a call from Steve Yzerman, and I wasn't. I mean, he didn't really have any reason to call me other than, I guess, to tell me I was traded. But it started off kind of how's summer going and everything, and then waited for him to get to the point. And when he told me, it was almost like a little bit surreal. I obviously, like I told you, I didn't think that trade was in the equation, but almost felt a little bit of a dream. So once it kind of settled in my head, I called my family, told them, called my brother, my best friends, and off I was. My thoughts.
What do you know about San Jose and the Sharks? Obviously, you guys came so close to a playoff spot at the end of last season. The Sharks are in a little bit of a different situation, a couple years behind, but Celebrini, Will Smith. What do you know, and what excites you about the Sharks organization?
Yeah, well, first off, I think there's a lot to be excited about in the Sharks organization, and I mean, as a city too, I think a lot of people should be excited about what's to come. Whether that's 1, 2, 3, 4 years from now, I think there's a lot to build on, and obviously seeing the Sharks' success in the past, when they're buzzing, it's a good place to play. So I think there's a lot to be excited about. I actually met Macklin after he got drafted that night, and he's pumped. I'm really excited that he's going to bring some high energy, and same with Smitty there. He's going to bring high energy. I haven't met him yet, but it'll be good to get the youth in, and I think that's kind of the way the game's trending. So obviously, like you said, Detroit was kind of in that similar situation a few years ago, and almost that rebuilding stage. But I think the foundation that the Sharks are creating right now is you can't beat that. So I'm really excited about it. Hopefully that I can be a huge part of that future too.
Thanks, Jake.
Yeah,
Go ahead, Shane.
Hey Jake, Shing Peng, San Jose Hockey Now. Welcome to San Jose.
thanks.
You mentioned that you're hanging out with some people that were with the Sharks or around the Sharks. Was that in Vegas at NHLPA meetings, or was that kind of before that?
Yeah, I bumped into. I'll tell you who it was. I bumped into Jumbo there. So he was walking around with Keller and Matthews, and I hadn't met those other two, but obviously went up to Jumbo and said hi, introduced myself, and he was really excited. I think he for sure gave me a lot of insight, lots to say, and seems like a great guy. So kind of took some pointers off him, and yeah, it just got me more excited about the opportunity here.
Not that you need to be sold on San Jose, but how does Jumbo sell you on San Jose?
He asked me if I like to golf first. I think that was his thing. Said it's a great spot to live, and obviously when the team's doing well, like you saw when he was there, it's a great place to play. So I'm excited. I think the future's bright. That's kind of what I look forward to, and obviously after talking with management and coaches after the trade happened, it's just kind of solidified that excitement in me, and being able to be a big part of a transitioning team moving forward, and kind of bringing that. I mean, I wouldn't call myself a veteran by any chance, but I kind of can pick little spots from where I played before in St. Louis and Detroit, kind of what it takes, and the team and how a team is built on what it takes to really win. So hopefully we can get that going, and the young guys can really feed off some of the older guys.
Some players wouldn't be so excited to join a rebuild, but you seem really excited. So what makes you so excited to embrace all this?
Yeah, I mean, I've always been a huge advocate of opportunity, and I've always said that I wanted to play where I feel wanted, and like I said, it was a little bit of a shock when I got that call, and I didn't know who the next call was going to come from, but the next call was from Mike Greer, and then our coach. I just really got good vibes. I'm a vibey person, as you've probably seen. I kind of like when people are upbeat and excited about situations, and I really felt that. I really felt that there's a huge opportunity to be a part of something that is really looking exciting going forward. So that's kind of where I get my excitement. That feeling of being wanted as a hockey player, and even as an athlete, as a person, is just you can't compare that feeling to anything. It's just kind of want to make I would just want to kind of show that being wanted. I really want to play where I'm wanted.
Going back to that trade call with Steve Yzerman, did he give kind of a further explanation for why he made that trade?
No, there really wasn't. There really wasn't much to it. When the call started, I didn't even think that that's where it was going to go. But when he got to the point and told me I was traded, the first question I said was, "Where am I traded?" And when he said San Jose, I had no kind of previous thought about San Jose. I didn't know anybody there, or I mean, I guess I know a couple guys on the team, but yeah, that's kind of all he said. He'd been traded to San Jose, and thanks for everything. And that's kind of where we left it. Like I said, I was shocked, and that was kind of one of the reasons I was shocked. 'Cause I didn't really know what the reasoning behind it was, but I mean, that's why they're leading the pack. The general managers kind of do what they think is best.
All right. Thanks, Jake.
Yeah.
Curtis, go ahead.
Hey Jake, this is Curtis Pashalka from the San Jose Mercury News. You've averaged about 20 minutes a night here these last couple of seasons. Do you kind of at the point of your career here, you kind of see yourself as a top pair defenseman now? You're at this stage of your career, I guess.
Yeah, that's what I strive to be. I was in that role this past year and the year before, and I just kind of relish that opportunity to play against the top guys, and that's how it works. Obviously, when you're a top pairing person, you get those top matchups, and every night's a new challenge. And that was kind of the biggest thing where I had to transition from coming into the league. The first couple seasons it wasn't like that, and I had to build my way up, and you kind of know the difference between playing against a fourth and third line versus a second and first line. It's a different challenge. Got to be sharp every night, but at the same time, you look at that pre-scout every day, and before the game, when you're napping, you're just fired up to get that opportunity, and that's kind of how I've molded my game. I just get excited for those matchups, and half the time it's in the D zone, but I love that. I think I'm a competitive person, and I always want to go against the top guys.
Yeah, I was just going to say, I mean, you kind of feel that you want to be out there, you're late in the third period in a close game. That's kind of what you kind of a role you enjoy, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. It's anything to help the team. If that's what they see me as, that's what I want to be. And like I said, I feel like with my competitiveness and kind of how I've been brought up with kind of trying to relish moments of opportunity, I think there's nowhere else I want to play. I want to play against the top guys, and it's a challenge every night.
And 12 goals last year. What was sort of the key to breaking it out that way, I guess?
Yeah, I've always loved to shoot the puck. I think my two greatest skills that I possess is probably my skating and my shot. So I've always wanted to be an offensive type defenseman, but at the same time, like the role I was put in Detroit, it was a lot of the time when you're playing against top guys, you got to focus on your D zone a lot more because they're the best players in the world. They're going to have the puck in your zone most of the time. So yeah, just picking my spots on offense and working a lot in the summers on burying those chances, and that's kind of the main thing that I work on in the summer. I find myself getting pretty good looks a lot of the time, so just being able to relax and pick my spots.
Did you enjoy, obviously Bob Bugner was the former coach here in San Jose. Did you enjoy playing for Bob and for it wasn't a long time in Detroit, but enjoy playing for him?
Yeah, I really did. He sent me a text too when the trade went down a couple of days later, and that was kind of one of the texts that I was honestly most excited about. He really helped me in a lot of different ways. I think he thinks the game really well, and obviously gets really excited when things are going well for his players. And there's been over the years a lot of coaches that I've gone through, but I would say Boogie was definitely up there as one of my favorites. So yeah, if that says anything.
So I got to ask here: does the Griddy make its way from Detroit to San Jose?
Yeah, I told Mac, and that was one of the things I said, we got to start growing this game. So it starts with you guys. You gotta live up to the hype, and you'll see me doing some celebrations too. So I have some stuff in store for sure.
Does the origin of that sort of get lost a little bit? I mean, I know it's sort of you help raise money for charity a little bit with that. Is that kind of get lost in translation sometimes when people think you're showing them up, but actually it's just trying to maybe bring some fun to the game, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, hockey. And we had some really interesting meetings actually this weekend at the PA meetings. But short story is hockey is pretty old school and thought about as an old school mentality, and that's just who I am. You'll see when I'm at the rink, even off the ice, I'm laughing, enjoying it. Obviously, being serious when it counts, but I think you kind of need that light personality. And yeah, it's like you said, it's not showboating to me. I just my favorite player growing up was Alex Ovechkin, and I just saw his crazy sallies and how fired up he got when he scored and when stuff was going well for his team. That's kind of why I first started celebrating. But yeah, we turned it into a positive this year. When I was in Detroit, I actually just finished coming from dropping off a check, and we did a charity T-shirt drop for the Boys and Girls Club there, and it did really well. And I know, like you said, I'd say about 90% of the messages are positive, and obviously 10% that I get are people that are pissed off, or the other team thinks it's silly, or fans from the other team. But in the end, like you said, the thing that I do it for is I get those 90% of messages from parents sending me videos of their kids doing it on the ice, and other kids doing it, people wearing 96 jerseys and their kids doing it after they score or wanting to play hockey. And that's really why I do it, just trying to grow the game. Because I remember when I was young, I love meeting an NHL player or going to watch a game in Toronto. So that's really why I do it. It's nothing more than that.
Thank you, Jake.
Yeah.
I have a couple more minutes with him here. Max, go ahead.
Jake, I was gonna ask you about the Griddy, but Curtis took it. But I had some other things to ask you as well, just for yourself. In times, last season the Sharks had a tough year, and obviously nobody projects them to have an amazing year. How the celebrations, how you kind of keep the room light and have fun, obviously with such a young team, that's important for them to feel confidence. Do you feel like you're somebody who can kind of lead the way in that category to kind of keep people level-headed and enjoying their time playing hockey in maybe some struggling times?
Yeah, exactly. I think, there's always going to be an expectation. Doesn't matter where you kind of see the team at this point. There's always still an expectation, and like the teams that I've kind of been on, it's been slowly building. It doesn't happen in one year. You're not going to see a total 180 from the start to the end. But if you can start kind of creating that standard to kind of be great and know kind of each year what you're building on, eventually that's going to turn into success, and kind of just like building on those little things every single year. Eventually, after 2-3 years, you're going to kind of know what the standard is, and obviously, like you said, there's time for sure to keep it light, and that's part of it, especially when you get into those grindy parts of the season, late in the season, when you're in those meaningful games, going into playoffs or something like that. You got to kind of keep it light. You got to keep it flowing, because those are stressful times, and everybody wants to do well. That's the ultimate goal. But I think keeping it light, especially with the young guys here, I feel like you said, I can kind of relate to them. I still feel young. I still feel like I'm 20. So yeah, I'm excited. I think I'll be great for those young guys too.
And then last one for me here, the push for the playoffs. You guys came so close. Do you feel like you could take what you learned and through the grind of just being so close to the playoffs all season long and playing important games all season long? Do you feel like that was important for you, and then you could bring what you learned from that to this Sharks team, which, maybe in 1 or 2 years, maybe in 3, is going to be in that similar spot?
Yeah, for sure. And that's what I talked to the guys on the phone about. Just kind of, that's the same thing I did. I picked from these older guys like the David Perrons, Ryan O'Reilly's, and kind of learned a lot from them about that push and what it takes to be a true pro. I think they taught me a lot for sure. And yeah, I definitely think that, especially in the room, in between periods, off the ice stuff, just kind of being a leader, I feel like I've kind of gotten those qualities a little bit from the guys that have been there before, and I've learned from. I would say if there's one person I learned from the most about what it takes to kind of be a true team and doing the right things and kind of everybody pulling the same ship, is David Perron. He's became a really close friend of mine, and obviously he's out of Detroit now too, but he's definitely taught me a lot, and kind of he likes to keep it light as well, but at the same time he knows what it takes to win. So like you said, yeah, for sure, bringing that, pulling from different teams and kind of bringing that to the Sharks.
Awesome. Thanks, Jake. Looking forward to seeing you in San Jose.
Yeah, thank you.